In today's video, we're installing the Kies charge pipe on my F30 N20. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name's Josh. If you like my videos, make sure to give them a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, and as previously mentioned, we're installing the Kies charge pipe on my F30. We're replacing the brittle plastic. Let's hop right on in. So in my last video, we installed the boost pipe on the F30 behind me. Today we're finishing up the install, as this is a boost pipe charge pipe combination kit from, you guessed it, Kies Motorsports. So big shout out and big thank you to Kies. Let's get started. So there's the boost pipe from last video's installation, and over here on the driver's side, here is the charge pipe. So then we're gonna have to go ahead and remove this sensor. There's a couple plugs, one right here, one underneath. And then we're gonna get rid of this cheaply made plastic. So at this point in the process, we're gonna go ahead and get the car up on jack and jack stands and start from the bottom. So then once you've safely jacked the car up on jack and jack stands, we're gonna head underneath, release this belly pan. It's just a bunch of 8mm screws. All right, so here we are from underneath. We're gonna go ahead, take a flathead screwdriver, pry up on this little black tab. Be very careful. So then here's the little black plastic piece. Now that this is removed, we can go ahead and pry up on this C-clamp, and it should give us access to the charge pipe. So now that the charge pipe is released from the bottom, we're gonna go ahead and remove this map sensor. There's also gonna be a plug underneath, which you can't really see, and then we're gonna have to go ahead and release this clip right here. The plug underneath, which is going to be really hard to see, is going to be similar to this plug right here. So you're going to want to go ahead and grab or squeeze on these ridges right here. So as you can see, this is a circular plug with ridges. We're going to go ahead and squeeze these ridges, and it should release this plug, and it should unplug and pop right out. So then, being this car is all-wheel drive, it was a little bit of a tighter fit, a little bit of a very tight squeeze to get the charge pipe out. If you're a rear-wheel drive car, it'll come out with ease, but just be aware with the X-Drive, it's a little bit of a tight fit, so you gotta be patient, kind of gently just finesse it on out. And then here, right here, is the plug underneath the charge pipe. So you're gonna want to feel for the ridges, and then it's just a nice squeeze, and then it should just slide on out. Being that it's a weird angle, and this is the map sensor, just want to put to the side, but being that it's a weird angle, this was probably the most challenging part, because one, you're just doing it all by feel. But once you just feel for these ridges and just squeeze, it should release these two side clips and just slide right on out. All right, so then here they are in comparison. We're gonna have to go ahead and switch over this map sensor right over here. There's one NPT fitting here that we're gonna have to plug up, a second NPT fitting right here. In the kit, it comes with two screws to plug these on up, as well as this gasket we're gonna have to go ahead and put in up here. We got the coupler and the two clamps. So then at this time, we're gonna go ahead and switch over this map sensor. But honestly, even in just comparison, like, this car is still relatively new, so the charge pipe isn't too shredded and but it just still looks just like such cheap plastic compared to this nice gloss black finish. And then these two screws for the map sensor are T25s, but we can go ahead and discard of these as we will not be reusing them. And then you'll hear that click right on into place. And then Kies conveniently provides new hardware. And then these two new screws are T15s. And then make sure to plug up these NPT fittings, as you definitely don't want a boost leak. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these up with a 10 mil. So as you guys can see how difficult it was just to maneuver the charge pipe out, I think the best part about the Kies charge pipe design is just the two-piece design, which is going to make this a lot easier to just reinstall the new charge pipe. So at this time we're going to go ahead and install the lower portion of the charge pipe from the top and fit it into the bottom into the intercooler. So you're going to want to look for this little notch at the top. So as you can see, we got the O-ring and everything installed, the clamp installed, and then you're going to want to look for that little notch at the top, and that's how you're going to know the charge pipe is oriented correctly as the notch needs to be towards the top. So then as you can see, that just clipped right on into place, and being this is a two-piece design, we didn't even have to touch the intercooler or drop the intercooler at all, which makes that super convenient and a little easier. So then you'll notice the difference in the coupler. We got the smaller side oriented to the left and then the bigger side oriented to the right, and then you'll also notice the difference in the two clamps, which are both, they're not secure, they're not tight, but they're secure enough so that way they won't move. And then we're going to orient these clamps so that way they're facing up compared to when they were facing down on the other side on the boost pipe. So then at this time we're going to go ahead and get this coupler fitted. Alright, as you guys can see, the install is now complete. We got both clamps facing upwards, tightened, the map sensors reconnected. Make sure to plug in that bottom plug. You'll hear that clip into place. C-clamp is nice and snug. This thing is looking rock solid, as well as just looking fantastic. That shining gloss black looks beautiful. And preventative maintenance is complete. And honestly, just my opinion, this coming as a two-piece charge pipe really just made the install like night and day easier. The OEM charge pipe was pretty difficult to maneuver on out and like finagle and finesse it out, but having this be a two-piece system made the install way easier, and that gloss black is just shining nicely. So definitely a very good design for that two-piece system. Alright, so the charge pipe, boost pipe installation is officially complete. I'm actually very content and very surprised. The fitment was absolutely on point, like A1 fitment. Usually with aftermarket parts, it's like pretty hard or pretty difficult to come anywhere near OEM fitment, and honestly the charge pipe and the boost pipe were just as close as anything I've ever seen to pretty much very close, if not like perfect OEM fitment. Like very content with the fitment. They're completely on point, as well as obviously as the aesthetic appeal of the beautiful gloss black looks great, but then also provides that functionality and the peace of mind, which is what I'm going for with just having that preventative maintenance. Just bring the peace of mind of now I don't have to worry about the charge pipe ever breaking, don't have to worry about any brittle plastic, don't have to worry about the rubber on the boost pipe ballooning or just any of that. It's completely just out the window now. The preventative maintenance really just brings that peace of mind for only a couple $100. I mean, I'm very content, and honestly I'm still very surprised with how well the fitment was. So big shout out to Kies Motorsports. As always, very appreciative. Links as always are down in the description below if you want to pick up a combo kit yourself. Whew, losing daylight out here, but I appreciate you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe to your boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.